Hi, Leo, and welcome to your second reading for April. But don't worry, Leo, if you find this after the month of April, that is okay. These are timeless readings. I just do 2 of them each month, okay? Also, Leo, this is for you if you are a Leo sun, a Leo moon, or a Leo rising, or if you have Venus in Leo, you can look at this reading from a love or relationship aspect, okay? Now, I'm going to be doing just a few questions. These are short and sweet. I've been telling everyone, look, I'm going on a last minute road trip for a few weeks, and I've procrastinated. It's one of my shadows. And, so I thought I need to get a second reading out, but it is going to be a short and sweet reading, okay? But don't worry, there are plenty of other readings in my playlist if you want to go back and check them out. I used to do themed readings. You know what? There's a ton of stuff in there. So go back and take a look at those if you need something to hold you over. And then I'll be back in May with a Zodiac Tarot Scope and hopefully lovely stories from my trip. Okay. So let's get right into this for you, Leo. What energy is or will be coming in and around you? And the reason I love this question is because every day in life we have different events, situations, people, energies coming in and swirling around us. And I like to think of this as a little bit of a heads up, or if you're in it right now, some advice or guidance from spirit, right? Correct your mistakes. Okay, Leo, what mistakes do you need to correct here? I feel like hot pink or the color red is going to be important for you if that means something to you. Is that one card? Yes, it is. The Page of Wands. Okay, so what I want to say here with the Page of Wands energy coming out is, was there something maybe you got a little too excited about here, Leo, okay? And we know that can happen sometimes. Maybe you started getting a little too, there's going to be a couple messages, but a little too excited. You got, your free spirit started to take over maybe a little too much. And, it's time for course correction here, okay? I don't know if we're necessarily in this particular case calling it a mistake, but I want to say course correction, all right? So that could be a message for some of you Leos. Look, you're a fire sign. It's okay to get excited and passionate and inspired about things and wanting to take off, especially with the Page of Wands here, right? Because they're all about the new ideas and wanting to, send that night out after them, or they want to become the night to go out after them. But sometimes it's a little impulsive. So what I want to say is there may be a little bit of course correction, or there's going to be a situation where you're going to need to course correct, all right? Now, the other message is for some of you, correcting your mistakes is not allowing the ego, that pride, think of the lion, the pride, okay, to step in and keep you from, maybe it's as simple as I'm sorry, or maybe it's as simple as you know what? My mistake here. Let me fix this. I mean, really, it can be that simple. But when this resonates, you'll know what it is. There's something that needs to be corrected, or you need to apologize for, or something you need to make right. And whether it's a situation in the present or something that's going to be coming up, that's the energy that's coming in and around. And maybe for you to correct this, be like a Page of Wands in this instance, where you are going to think of a really creative, inspired way to do it, all right? Because I feel like maybe that's going to make all the difference in the world if they really notice some creative, inspired action taken to correct the mistake. I feel almost like saying it's with another person, but again, it will be different for each of you, all right? Now, let's look at also, okay, so we talked about it a bit, but what do you need to be aware of to help you navigate this energy, okay? Okay, and this card came out. It's just one, yep. Emotional desert, inactivity, isolation. Okay. All right, I do have something here. Let's just get a tarot to go with it. So, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like this is something you need to do on your own, Leo. This is something that you need to do on your own. Okay? Look, in a desert, look, there's this, I can't, it's like a mirage, maybe. This one patch of green and water, all by itself, isolated, alone here in the desert. I don't feel like you need to be alone. That's not it. What I feel is, again, there's going to be two things because something else just popped in. First off, I feel like this is something you need to do on your own, Leo. This isn't something where you're going to be involving other people. I don't feel this isn't something, I feel like it needs to be heartfelt, okay? With this green here, your heart chakra, I feel it needs to be heartfelt. Whatever it is you're going to do to correct this mistake back here, or, course correct, it needs to be heartfelt. I said you may do it in a special way, but it needs to come from you. They need to feel it's coming, and not feel, it needs to come from you, and they need to see that this is coming from me. Okay, I'm working really hard here to make this right because it's coming from my heart space. That's what I feel this is for you. That's how you have to navigate this. What's your intuition? What is your heart? What is it telling you to do? What is your soul calling out for you to do here? It may be hard work to do this. It may be hard work for some of you to correct here, okay? Correct whatever this is, but it needs to feel heartfelt. It can't be void of emotion. There we go. It can't be void of emotion, all right? It needs to be heartfelt. All right. Sometimes I have a hard time getting the words out. Now, let's look at here, Leo, for some more advice or guidance. I said these would be short and sweet. So, advice or guidance to help you through this. Gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. Oh, I love that. And look how it's green, right? It's coming again from that heart space here. I'm going to move that over just so you can see it. I'm really liking that. There's something about this that it cannot be void of emotion or gratitude, right? They need to feel like, well, there it is, that you are there for them whenever, wherever, and however. Okay, so maybe it's going to have something to do with that. Maybe that's the mistake. You weren't there for someone. It'll be different for everybody. Or you'll be put in a situation where you have a choice to step up and be there or to not. I'm suggesting here from Spirit, you step up, right? So, yeah, or maybe, yeah, it has something to do with that as well. Look, the Two of Pentacles. It's being balanced. You can choose to be there or you can choose to not be there. Choosing to be there is where you're going to get the balance, right? Look, standing, I'm going to say, on a pentacle that could be rolling while holding a pentacle up on his nose. This little dog here, this poodle-like dog, is, finding the perfect balance. And I feel like that's advice also to help you navigate this, is finding that perfect balance. All right. So Leo, those are your messages. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you maybe in some of my other readings in my playlist, or I will see you in May for your Zodiac Tarot Scope.